This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Wednesday, December the 3rd. Starting out, I want to give an opinion on soybeans, and we continue to see this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The market bears keep coming out and saying, well, our soybean exports well behind last year. We're down 49% or whatever the number is this week, and we're trying to get caught up. Bottom line is this: you're comparing apples to oranges, and you're not telling the whole story. These analysts that are running out here screaming that we have no soybean demand and nobody's going to buy them and we're going to be flooded and we have no markets. We continue to hear this BS, and it's coming from major news sources, not just analysts, but you got to tell the whole story. And the bottom line is yes, our exports are down from last year, but if you would take a look at the most recent balance sheets, USDA is already projecting 240 million bushels less exports. So we've cut them. But these analysts, they don't point out the fact that yes, while exports are down from last year, our crush is projected to be up 110 million bushels. We don't also hear any of these talking about, our exports are down, but we had 154 million bushels less soybeans to start the marketing year than we did last year. We don't hear these analysts talk about how the carryout on soybeans, even if everything holds where it is in a rationing position with a 290 million bushel carryout, and that's with a 53 bushel per acre yield, which is highly suspect. Bottom line is, and I'm getting a little irritated here, but if you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story, because a lot of these analysts are just telling you enough to back up their position. They're not telling you all the details. Trust me, question anything anybody tells you, including me. If I tell you something, you don't really agree with it, look it up. Maybe you see something I don't, point it out to me. But some of these people out here, really over their skis on what they're talking about, and we'll leave it at that. Second thing I want to talk about today, Brazilian crop estimates. These continue to be cut. Cordonier came in and he took the soybean crop down to 176 million metric tons in Brazil, 1 million metric ton above the USDA. We got some outliers coming in at 171.89 million metric tons, which would be below last year's crop. That would be a game changer in the global soy complex if that is accurate. Not saying it is, but it does appear as though we have seen the largest soybean crop estimate out of Brazil. Several other analysts starting to walk back their yield estimates too. Now we're seeing it on corn. Cordonier put the Brazilian corn crop at 136 million metric tons. He took 1 million metric ton off that. USDA is at 131. Interesting to note the comment that was made that about 30% of Brazil's safrinha crop will be planted outside the window that is normally associated with optimum yield. So there's one for us. This market ain't dead yet, folks. Third and final thing I want to talk about. If you think you had your tax planning done for the year 2025, guess again, because the USDA is talking about putting out a bridge payment this year yet. No ideas, no details, no idea, no anything on what they're talking about. Secretary of Ag Collins reported yesterday that a bridge payment would be made while the White House considers what to do with an actual subsidy payment. There you go. That's the details we have. Nothing more than that. Cash markets, if I was a cash buyer, I'd be watching this real closely, though, because if a farmer starts getting cash payments from the government, they do not need to sell grain to make cash flow. Could get pretty interesting in basis as we move forward. Those are the three things I'm watching today.